The murderer is here. And will stay here.
Day marker, Death on a Now review, guys. Let's get right to it. Let's talk movies. What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? I'm Ryan D, aka Ryan680.
I'm Angela, that Cality Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk for movie fans, guys. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. Let's get right to it, Angela. This is our review of Death on the Nile, man. What did you think of this movie, Angela? What was your expectations going into this film? And did it meet them?
First off, when we saw the trailer a while back, we kind of obviously saw how star-studded it was. It had a lot of good cast. You know, Gal Gadot, Kenneth Branagh, Armie Hammer. It had a lot of other names, too, that, you know, Letitia Wright, I think that's her name.
Yeah, which was Spotted on, which was very random, which was kind of hard to recognize was what Russell Brand, you called that.
Russell
I was
Brand.
all like,
so
dude, that was different.
A lot of people that, you know, are pretty well known. So going into it, I thought it was going to be interesting that they have this cast has a lot of well-known names, but you know, I didn't know what to make of it. You know, I know you had said it was supposed to be like almost like a sequel.
It's almost, so like, ladies and gentlemen, guys, you know, obviously this is kind of like a sequel in a sense, but it's not really a sequel. It's just a tall telling of this same detective in a different situation. And you know, Kenneth Branagh, you know, he's a great actor, director, writer. I mean, he's from Tenet, Dunkirk. There's so many other movies that he's done, and to see him actually direct this movie, actually, I didn't mind it too much. I know. I said a lot of. There's a few moments where I kind of felt like this runtime was a little over 2 hours, 2 hours and 7 minutes. Again, we kind of feel that a little. For me, I kind of felt that a little bit, but at the same time, though, I kind of did not. So it's kind of mixed right now. I was really on the fence as to how much if I enjoyed it so much. I really enjoyed it a lot, especially when the story unfolded. Mm-hmm. That was my major concern, was like they're creating all these moments, these character. I felt like he was trying to create all these character developments with so many different characters, and it kind of misled in that context. But I still enjoyed it overall. I was happy. I enjoyed this film. I was very entertained for it. What did you think? I mean,
yeah, it's very obviously, and I will stick to my guns on this one. It's very Criminal Minds meets Clue. And
yeah.
I mean, it's because I'm on a Criminal Minds binge right now. So I really liked the way it unfolded. Like, it was not a lot of action per se.
Yeah.
But it's all dialogue, all story. It's just kind of whodunit and figuring out all this. Like, you know, it's him trying to piece together this murder mystery, and, you know, solve the big question of who was the one that murdered this heiress, Gal Gadot. So I really enjoyed seeing him kind of piece together, watch all the behaviors of people, interactions as he talked to them, interviewed them. And was it predictable? Yeah, but
a little bit.
But I still liked the ending of the big reveal of who actually was the murderer.
Yeah.
I still really liked it, even though it was a little tad predictable. But I really enjoyed the main character, Kenneth Branagh. Yeah. I really liked his performance. I think he did a spectacular job as the detective, unfolding this mystery.
Director.
And the director. I think he did a really great job. And overall, I was pretty pleasantly surprised by it.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, guys, you know, going into this movie, you really have to have you know, a clear story of this is gonna tell us a story. It's gonna tell us different kind of stories here, and I really enjoyed that so much. It was so revealing when we found out who the person was. And yes, was it predictable at times? Of course. I mean, I just think I got half of the answer correct. I'll say that. But yeah, it's supposed to mislead you, right? It's supposed to be it's
like anybody can do it.
Anyone could have done it. The killer is here, or my British accent was terrible, by the way.
It's in the library with the rope done by Mrs. Blue.
Oh my god, the Clue. Yeah. So and that was my major concern. And you know, having Gal Gadot in here was just fabulous. She's amazing. She's beautiful. I really loved her chemistry between her and Armie Hammer. In that context, there we got a little bit of good chemistry there, which was kind of believable, you know, in that context. And then also, you know, Russell Brand. I mean,
I think it dawned on me halfway through the movie. I didn't. I had seen some of the cast. I didn't see all the cast before going in.
Yeah.
Because obviously, again, there's a lot of big names in there. It's a lot of cramming. But I did see a couple of familiar faces, and for him, he does it so differently. Like, I'm always used to seeing him as like the loud, like carefree, free spirit. But he does definitely a different role in this, and
he's more clean cut.
Yeah, more clean cut. He plays a doctor. But I surprisingly enjoyed this take on like what he brought to the character. So I really enjoyed his character. Again, it just kind of hit me, and then like halfway through, I was like, oh my gosh, it's Russell Brand.
And here's the thing: it takes a lot, and that was the major concern here, guys. When we goes out there, was that it took a lot to set up, but it's kind of hard because at the same time, this is where I'm on the fence at, guys. All right, it took a while to set up, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know what to take out because it's kind of it's very relevant.
Sense.
Yes, it's relevant
it's
for the story.
All those little details that just kind of
it's like
come together at the end.
Yeah, in the end, I bet you if I had a little bit more, if I was a little bit more tipsy, I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more. But let's be honest here. I had a great time at this theater. I had a great time watching it in the theater, which was very exciting to see it in theaters because it was awesome to be back once again, going back into movie theaters, watching press screenings again. So I was so grateful for that, guys. Thank you so much, Fox Studios. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie a lot. It blended well together once the story was capitalizing, and once we got into the climax of the story, I really enjoyed that so much and so well. Kenneth brought. I really want another story like this. I feel like we need another one, but have Meryl Streep have like all these A-list older cast, and let's find an older killer in that context. Maybe we should, because that's never been really done.
I get it. I really do agree with you, though. I would like to see him. So, this could be like not necessarily like Sherlock Holmes, but they could make a lot of movies where he is the detective solving these cases, because he's supposed to be this renowned international famous detective, the best of the best. So it would make sense to. They could potentially more movies could come, and I would like to see that because I really liked him as the detective. I think he did a really good job.
He was brilliant. I love the stash. I love the stash so much. It's really I can't grow it.
And they explain it.
Yeah, and they explain the whole context behind it, the whole relevance for it. And that's what I'm saying. This movie has very strong relevance, and I feel like it could go really strong on one more movie to make it a trilogy. I'm down for this. I'm down to see another story just to capitalize and just to finish it off. But if they do this another story, I want to see something different. And we did in this kind of really, but I want to see something very different. Maybe do like elderly folks and have an elderly murder and figure out who poisoned the wine or something, or just, I don't know. We'll find out.
And then also, I got to admit too, the scenery where it was shot was done beautifully. Egypt.
There was Nile. There were some CGI moments where kind of like a little destroyed a little bit, but which is totally fine because I was happy. I was entertained. I was more focused on the detective more and the characters more than I was with the CGI. Because let's be honest, it really wasn't all about the CGI. It was mainly about solving a murder, a bullet wounds, a gun. It just really wasn't too like CGI wasn't too strong in this, which I'm totally fine with because it didn't need it. To really finish because
it's not an action movie. It's more like dialogue and story, the way it's written. So I agree with you.
Yeah, was this the fun that we deserved, Angela?
I would say because I mean I really enjoyed the murder mystery concept. I'm into crime movies, true crime. I know it's not true crime, but all that solving mysteries, solving cases, that's my jam, and I really enjoyed it. And I think the director and main star did a really good job.
Definitely. I'm going to agree with you there. I really enjoyed this movie, guys. Alamo City Movie Talk does recommend this movie, guys. To all your moviegoers out there, check out this movie. It really did very well. Now, is it as good as the last one? It's tough for me because, to be honest, in my personal opinion, I love the first one so much just because of the cast, though. Josh Gad, we got Johnny Depp on the very first one. We got so much, a huge cast.
Wasn't Daisy Ridley?
Daisy Ridley was in the last one, too. So that's what I'm saying. And I can't
Murder on the Orient Express, right?
Yeah. So, and that's the thing is that I enjoyed the cast so much more in the last one than I did in this one. So that's why I say the next one should be like this Hollywood, a bunch of Hollywood cast in there. Get everybody
Classic
in there. Margot
OG.
Robbie. Get everybody in
She's
there.
not old.
Get every no, I mean not old, but just get like A-list cast in there. Get old and young, mix it up a bit. Maybe try different scenarios. Maybe have an elder person be actually the murderer instead of always the young people, and have Margot Robbie in there. Have just I don't know. I want Margot Robbie in there because the girl looks just like she looks similar to her. So yeah.
Yeah. No. Okay. Sure.
Rating 1 out of 10. 10 being the highest.
I would give this a solid 7 because it did keep me as it like you say, it had certain moments that were a little bit slower than others, but it did keep me entertained, which, I think given that there was pretty much no action, I think that's pretty good. It kept me entertained the whole movie.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna have to give this a solid 6, a little bit above average, a little bit lower than you, just because I really feel like this film tried to capture the essence of the first film. Just because I enjoyed the first film so much, which is funny because audiences didn't love the first film as much as critics did in the first one. So it's like it's verse, feels very. It does its job when it really unfolds here, and it really it relies on the brilliant on Kenneth to really direct this film, and I really enjoyed that so much. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a solid 6, guys. 6 out of 10. We do recommend this movie, guys. And thank you so much. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, guys. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. aka Ryan680.
I'm Angela Kelly and
this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Thank you so much for watching once again. Have yourself a wonderful day. Check y'all later. Stay safe, San Antonio. Peace.